This is The Scoop for Wednesday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. A Maryland woman has pleaded guilty to conspiring with a neo-Nazi leader from Tampa to plan an attack on the power grid in the Baltimore area. A judge is scheduled to sentence the woman in September. Prosecutors say she and her alleged co-conspirator, Brandon Russell, believed that sniper attacks on 5 electrical substations in greater Baltimore could lead to society's collapse. Russell co-founded a neo-Nazi group called Atomwaffen Division. He served 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to explosives charges that stemmed from a deadly shooting at his apartment in Tampa. Russell was formerly a Florida National Guard member. He's charged with conspiracy to damage electrical facilities and is awaiting trial. In 2017, one of Russell's roommates, Devin Arthurs, shot and killed 2 other roommates at their Tampa home. Local law enforcement officers found Russell at the scene dressed in a military uniform and crying over the news. Plaintiffs have dropped a federal lawsuit challenging how Florida carried out a 2018 constitutional amendment aimed at restoring voting rights of felons who have completed their sentences. The lawsuit, filed in July by the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition and individual plaintiffs, described a bureaucratic morass encountered by felons trying to find out if they were eligible to vote. State and local election officials asked a judge to dismiss the case. The parties engaged in mediation this month. On Friday, Florida Department of State officials published an announcement saying they intend to hold a rule development workshop to update the process for felons to seek what are known as advisory opinions about their voting eligibility. On Monday, the mediator wrote that these rules may render the plaintiffs' claims moot. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge will not light up its usual rainbow colors during Pride Month this year. WMNF's Chris Young reports that's because of guidance by the Florida Department of Transportation that affects all bridges in the state this summer.
Since 2021, the Sunshine Skyway Bridge lit up rainbow during a week in June to celebrate Pride Month. Now, it and other bridges across the state will shine strictly red, white, and blue from Memorial Day to Labor Day. FDOT Secretary Jared Perdue made the announcement on X. He says it's for Ron DeSantis' recently announced Freedom Summer Sales Tax holiday, but that holiday is only in July. Nicholas Machuca is the Deputy Director of Development for LGBTQ advocacy group Equality Florida.
Rainbow lights on all the bridges in Florida were just a simple celebration of diversity and inclusion, and that is obviously against the DeSantis agenda. So ultimately not very surprised, but still disappointed.
The Tampa Bay Times reports Manatee County Commissioner Mike Ron emailed FDOT to express his disapproval of lighting for Pride Month and gun violence awareness. He told the Times the lighting of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is an FDOT matter and should not be left with the individual counties. St. Petersburg's LGBTQ+ liaison appealed Ron's objection of the lights to FDOT but was ignored. For WMNF News, I'm Chris Young.
Florida's Citizens Property Insurance Board of Governors has approved spending as much as $750 million on backup coverage to help pay claims if a big storm hits. Yesterday, the board approved buying private reinsurance that could provide about $5.5 billion in coverage. Reinsurance plays a critical role in Florida's hurricane-prone market, with insurers buying it in advance to help cover claims if major storms deplete their cash. Citizens spent about $650 million last year. The hurricane season officially starts June 1st. The governing body that oversees high school athletics in Florida could soon approve a proposal that would lead to high school athletes getting paid through business agreements such as endorsement deals. Yesterday, the Florida High School Athletic Association discussed a potential change to the organization's bylaws that would allow student athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness under what's commonly known as an NIL policy. The 13-member board, which includes 8 members who were appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis in August, is slated to vote on that proposal during a June 4th meeting. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.